The video you will soon be watching will be about a love story between two sloths, Emily and Eric. The two will meet and fall in love and create two children that are not like others. They will create Autopolyploid twins. Emily will carry a 3N child named Mike, and Eric will carry a 4N child named Miranda. These numbers will be explained further later on. Now let's put some more biology into the story before we get into the romance. Both Emily and Eric are the parent generation, and they are 2N creatures or diploids. Mike will be a triploid because he has 3 sets of homologous chromosomes. His sister Miranda will be a tetraploid because she has 4. Offspring that are autopolyploid, such as the twins featured in this video, are one of the reasons for speciation or the creation of new species. When autopolyploids are produced, they're not able to mate with the species of the parent generation because they have a different number of sets of chromosomes, and therefore they are biologically isolated. Over time, the new generation will evolve and will soon be seen as distinct species from their parent generation.
Here's an example of normal meiosis, or the process of creating sex cells or gametes. So in the same species, male gamete sperm can fertilize a female gamete egg to reproduce sexually. Here we have a cell with chromosomes. Blue chromosomes represent that they are from the father's side, and pink chromosomes represent they are from the mother's side. This cell is a diploid or 2N cell, means there are 2 homologous chromosomes in one set. Same size chromosomes means they're in the same set. The cell then goes through meiosis 1. During meiosis 1, each set of chromosomes split into 2 cells and will go through meiosis 2. And in meiosis 2, the chromosomes will separate into 2 chromatids, also known as unreplicated chromosomes. The resulting 4 cells are haploid cells or 1N cells because they contain 1 chromatid from each set of chromosomes. And now these haploid cells are ready to mate with each other. We take 1 haploid cell from the mother and we take 1 haploid cell from the father. After fertilization, a new cell has been formed. And again, the same size chromatids from each parent cell will go into the same set of chromosomes. Each chromatid will replicate by itself and form new homologous chromosomes. Now let's get to the love story. Once upon a time, there was a female sloth named Emily who loved watching Korean drama. It was a sunny day. Emily went to the park with her drama, which was not that good. And with the project her mom wants her to do, she couldn't get enough sleep last night. She watched the Korean drama. Then she fell asleep and had a fantasy dream under the tree.
Let's look at what goes through on Emily's body as she watches this Korean drama. We start with 1 cell, with chromosomes from the mother and the father, pink representing the mother, blue representing the father. This is a 2N cell, or a diploid cell. The cell goes through meiosis 1 and splits into 2 cells. However, non-disjunction occurs in meiosis 1 and the bottom cell is now dead, and the top cell acquires all of the chromosomes from the first cell. The top cell moves on to the meiosis 2 and splits from the chromosomes into chromatids, also known as unreplicated chromosomes. These end up being 2N cells.
In her dream, she saw a male sloth named Eric walking across in front of her. She thought he is so perfect with his perfect laughter, just like those in her slothic Korean drama. Ha, 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 ha. And she instantly fell in love with him.
Now let's look at what goes through Eric's body. He goes through meiosis as well, but experiences non-disjunction in meiosis 2 instead. He starts off with the cell with the chromosomes just as Emily did, and goes through meiosis 1. In meiosis 1, he is successfully going through disjunction as his chromosomes were able to split into 2 cells. In meiosis 2, his top cell experiences successful disjunction as the chromosomes were able to split into sister chromatids, or unreplicated chromosomes. However, in the bottom cell, he experienced non-disjunction as the chromosomes weren't able to split, and therefore it created a 2N cell.
To be a perfect sloth, Eric only loved cleaning on the tree and chewing on his favorite leaf. He chews and 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 chews. Okay, Eric doesn't have a life. All of a sudden, Emily fell on ground and woke up. She didn't feel she was at the place where she fell asleep. She looked right and she looked left. Wait a second. She can't believe what she saw. There is the exact same sloth chewing the exact same leaf on the exact same tree. At the moment, Emily wanted to run there as fast as possible. Through all the difficulty, Emily finally made her way to the perfect sloth, Eric. She said hi to him and asked him if he would like to watch Korean drama with her. Thinks it's the best thing ever in the world. Eric simply shook his head and said no to Emily. Emily was sad, but she won't just give it up. She handed Erica her precious iPad and told Eric to watch some drama. Eric was surprised at how good those drama are, and suddenly fell in love with Emily because of her perfect taste.
Warning, 18 plus scene will appear. Press yes, I am 18, or no, close the video, and go study.
Now let's look into the production of Mike, the triploid. First we start off with 2 gametes or sex cells, one from the father and one from the mother. The father, or Eric in this case, gives a 1N cell to the making of Mike, and the mother, or Emily, gives a 2N cell to the making of Mike. The end result is a 3N cell, with all of the chromatids combined. Then the chromatids go through replication and become homologous chromosomes. Since there are 3 pairs, this cell is known as a 3N or triploid cell.
Here's the 3 new species, Mike.
Now let's talk about the production of Miranda, the tetraploid. Similar to Mike, Miranda starts off with 2 gametes, one from her father and one from her mother. In this case, her father gives her a 2N cell, and her mother gives her a 2N cell as well. The product of these 2 cells will be a 4N cell or a tetraploid cell. It receives all of the chromatids from the parents, and the chromatids soon replicate. After they replicate, you will notice that there will be 4 homologous chromosome pairs, which makes a cell a tetraploid cell.
Here's the new 4N species, Miranda. After Emily saw how ugly her babies are, she finally realized that she was still in a dream, and actually woke up from her nightmare. While she was trying to look for her iPad and start on her Korean drama again, she saw the exact same sloth in her dream walk across, and she thought everything's gonna happen again. The only thing she said is, "Fuck."